Hey YouTube, Cameron Mystiskida. I'm publishing my first YouTube video, and it's gonna be a shout out, I guess, for the future, for future me watching or future anybody. This is my first go, so it's gonna be kind of rough. Some stuff here that will hopefully get ironed out for future videos, like audio and stuff. But a first go has always got to be taken, and we just gotta get it out there. So, for those that want to actually learn about DBD things, stay tuned. We learn things like how to loop a killer that's coming after you. Um, it's from my good pal, Mordecai. Shout out to you as well, buddy. And yeah, hopefully you guys find it informative. But elsewise, thank you for watching. And yeah, if you've seen my other videos I'll be probably making, like, hopefully this will give you a smile. You'll have a good one.
Alright, so we're going to be learning from the master how to loop on basic tiles. At least a few of them should be found here. And if not, like, if anything, we'll learn about the suffocation pit in the main house. Hopefully, it'll be instructive. We're gonna see if we can work on our T and L wall for the most part.
Yeah, let's try and do a TNL first.
Hopefully, it has one or like a comparable one. It should.
I would be amazed if it didn't. I would be utterly shocked if we didn't get one TNL tile. Alright, where are you?
How are you?
Where's the object? I see you.
Legion! He's so fast! So,
Alright.
what do we got around here?
So this is a basic window. I call it the window.
Here am I. Let me check
I'm
something.
not sure what
Am I
this
able
one's
to
called,
turn
but
down
this is
like this music here? Hang on.
Sure.
Main volume?
This
Yeah.
This is the most common one, so the best way to run this is you want to run through palette, vault this window, and then you have two options.
Hang on.
Hang on.
I'm just trying to see if I can turn down the killer music really low here. It's gonna be like overbearing on me. Here, maybe I just. No, I can't do that. Crap.
You can just turn your generic music down.
It's not quite as simple as that. Oh, well, let me edit these things in game, really? That seems ridiculous. Is this? Wow, yeah, I can't edit it. That's super lame. Okay, as you were saying. Sorry.
So the best way to run this is to take this direction. You have your palette, you can throw down emergencies, but if you have enough space, then you can go straight to the window. Because of that angle, it's always a straight line.
Okay.
And then there's two options. If the killer goes, let's stay on that side of the window.
Okay.
So obviously killers aren't going to want to vault because it takes longer. So if I go this way, you go the other way, and then same way with backtracking.
So it's like,
ideally,
how, like, so in regards to, like let's say, like, you as the killer are approaching, like, one end or the other, like, how do I, no, I'm not getting double back, like, when I start losing my angle, and then it's like, I can't even see past it.
Your best thing, what I do is, let's say if you run one direction, and you expect me to come around here and see my red stain, and you don't. Like, you see it now, but let's say if you don't see my red stain, then more than likely I did double back.
Right.
You gotta double back. If you don't see the red stain, like, this quickly as you should.
Okay.
And ideally with this loop, you want to start going left, double back. Because if you go left, I'm going to go this way, and then when you double back, you're heading towards your pallet again and continuing the loop. That makes sense.
I'm going to crank your voice up, just since I can't bring this one down. Okay, so I guess, like, I don't know, like, what would be a logical way to start, like, a practice run on this? I just go for it, like...
Yeah, just go for it right now. Alright, I just saw you. Hi!
Hello.
Alright. Window. Okay. I'm just actually gonna vault this.
So, do I want to go this way? Does that matter?
Yep, you're the pallet. You're gonna want the pallet.
So, like, I would want to...
So that you don't want that. You should have cut across to the right for the pallet, because that would have been your timing for save.
Okay. So, okay.
If the killer catches you off guard with something like that, your pallet is your saving grace. Always lose.
Alright, so ideally, we're gonna do
So,
this.
yep, you got space, you go for window, I'm not quick enough. Then I'm gonna go this way. Fucked up a little bit, right good. That was a bad way for me as killer. So now you have more space to do the pallet.
Okay, so I'm forced to pallet here.
Yes, yep, so that, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unfortunately, it really just depends on how you react to killer. So the best way for the killer to run this loop is to force you to go this way.
Oh, so like if he wants me to get this way so fast.
Yep, if I force you to go that way you can't use the window. You lose the window this way.
Right.
So that's how you don't want to run that direction. That's the killer's favorite, but if you run it the first way, that's your favorite. So that's that tile.
So like I'm just like forced to take a hit like at that point. Like I'm just thinking like in this case
if you run it the wrong way. Right, and this works.
This is a TNL. Okay.
Yep. All right. So with TNL, the best way to do it is I like to hold this corner right here. So I can see which as the survivor.
As survivor.
Because I can, if I back up and with my third person view, I can see both sides of the T. And I know which way the killer's coming from.
Okay.
And if he comes from the outside, like over here, you have a straight path to this window here. And then it's another game of you're on this side of the window, watch which way the killer's gonna go, and then go opposite. If the killer's dumb and sticks to the outside, you always have this inside window to vault. But as a killer, in order for me to counter, I'm gonna go inside and buy time.
And like double back.
So go ahead. Yep, so go ahead and vault that. I'm gonna go outside. You have enough time for inside. I'm gonna go outside again.
Right. So killer outside.
So now if I cut inside, because they're on the L, you can vault the window again. But if I double back here, I get 10. So the best trick with that is before you vault the window, you have to look behind you to see if I double back.
That's true. Okay.
And if you can see the double back and avoid vaulting the window, you buy even more time and can abuse the TNL.
And I guess like the main question for me then is like, so that's how you just like look back here. I guess we're just practicing.
Yep. So the moment, let's say if I cut inside, we're running over here, you come to the window, and you don't see my red stain around this corner, then cancel your vault.
Alright,
so we'll do that. I'll go outside. Go inside. Alright, I'm going inside now. So we do this track. You're doing that. The double back. Oh.
That was terrible. But see, that's my problem. It's like when I start like looking behind me, I run into shit. like that's something I'm like really like rough with. Like I just. Alright,
go ahead, vault that window. So I'm going inside track.
Okay, yeah, I did see like how the save kind of like slightly disappears right there. So bottom line, like when you're kind of like right here, you can make a lot of judgment calls.
Usually what I do is when I'm halfway along the wall, I look behind me, and then I don't hit RB, I just peel away from the window and go for this one.
Alright. So another question I have, like you told me this like when I was streaming one time, like I don't hug very close to like walls in regards to like.
Yeah. So when you're running,
so here's a good question I have. Like when you have. Like, here's the idea I'm thinking. Like, so obviously I'm losing speed right here because I'm running right into the wall. But when I like start changing my angle, is there like a kind of like an angle where you're still running max speed?
That's it. You just had it.
That's a little bad.
No, that's too much. Right there, that you just had it.
Oh, see, I thought this was a loss.
That's holding your line right there. Yep, you don't lose speed with that.
I thought
but
you
turn
speed
any more.
Lost.
It's about 20 degrees. You can look at the wall like about 20-some, 30-some degrees into it.
Okay.
And
I
not
feel like
lose
there's
speed,
a
but once you
lot of
hit-
people that don't know that.
Once you hit that 45 though, then you start losing speed because it thinks you're trying to run into the wall. But there's a glitch to it. That helps you hold your line. So if I'm just not hugging the wall, you will you'll be like not faster, but you'll have better distance
it'll
between.
slightly like even out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it will. Any other questions about TNL walls?
So
These are my favorite loops because there's no pallets and you.
I guess ultimately, like, so I'm doing like this movement right here, like this is a fuck up somehow, right?
Yeah,
like,
this sucks because if I'm on this side, I get you too easily. You want me to be on the top of the T, because then I have more to work around to try and get a swing in.
Because I guess like ultimately, like once you end up at the L, like. Like, I feel like your chases are gonna end on the L. Like, I don't see how you get back to the T.
Most of the time, yes. So for me, with the T plan.
Okay. So start T if possible.
Yeah,
like ultimately, like this is the best case scenario if I vault that.
If you're forced to stick at the T, like I've had games where let's say I'm a survivor right now. I've had games where I can't use my L. I just keep running around this T. And when I come this side, I either vault the window, because the killer's hardcore chasing me, or I wait for his double back, and then I fake it, and then resume my L to go back into the optimal.
Okay, so the only reason you ever like, you know, take this like middle pathway here is if like a double back happened and you have time to make this, and it would be like a medium vault, right? Is there any way to fast vault this?
Most of the time it's medium, but if you can like give yourself enough time to do a hard turn, you can turn into a fast vault because you have so much space.
All right, let's try
and
like with those two, like let's see if we can just like connect from the start. So like optimally like from here.
And go.
Oh shit.
That's not going.
I know.
You didn't even pull the pallet down.
I know.
Alright. 3, 2. Well, wait for me to lose bloodlust. Lose my bloodlust. Alright, and go. Where are you? Alright, found you. Found the survivor. Just gonna follow. Do. Okay, he's got window. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, see him there. I'm gonna vault. Buy some time. Maybe double backs. Oh, okay, window right there. So I'll go this side. Alright, he vaulted. Take inside track. Alright, he cut a bit. What? Just lost scratch marks for a second. Okay. So your scratch marks blended all the way over here, so I thought you were trying to use 2 tiles at the same time for a second. And I lost.
Hey, hit a skill check.
Don't miss your skill checks. Watch, I have a nerving presence on.
Oh, is that? No, maybe don't. If that. Okay. Like I'm thinking about like the TNL like so differently also because the T feels really strong and the L is just kind of like.
Honestly, with how big the L is, it's actually better for you because even if the killer double backs, sometimes you get enough time to avoid the hit.
Oh, that's true.
Where if the L,
like, do you like double hop it sometimes, or like what do you mean?
No, usually what I'll do is let's say because I've had games where I'm over here, the killer double backs, and I vault. By the time the killer comes back here and like tries to swing, I might be already over by the T.
Oh, okay.
By the time that happens, because the killer's not looking, he's just trying to swing for a hit.
What else do we have?
So then what is it?
This?
We got double TL. There's another TL, and then we got another one with the pallet into the window. Most of the time,
okay,
yeah, these
so
are pretty nice.
This is a double set of this.
So there's 2 different versions. If the window's here, the pallet's always going to be on the opposite side. If the pallet, where are you? If the pallet's on this side, then there's going to be a window over here.
Okay,
and
so it'll be mirrored.
Tile.
It'll be mirrored,
yes.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's the 2 versions. That's how they code it with the pallet spawns. And then you know your Killer Shack loop, which is your strongest loop.
Which I also need to learn here, and let's like break it down to me like.
Okay, let's all right, Killer Shack loop. All right, so go ahead, go for your window.
All right, so window immediately.
Obviously, if you have enough space and the killer doesn't make it to the window, he's got 2 options. He can vault it, which buys a lot of time for you. Because if I vault the window again, right? Yeah, I might not make it to the window, which that was actually a really lucky hit for me. And what a lot of players do that know not to vault the window, they'll just go over to the pallet, run around, and bloodlust. And then at that point, you have a decision to make. You can try and see if you can make the window again, or you go for your pallet and the pallet saves you.
Okay. I guess
as a killer.
Like, do you typically want to just tank the hit if you ever have to go for the pallet?
Yeah. If you're full health, don't drop a pallet. Just take the hit and then keep looping around it, or go to a different loop and then drop the pallet to avoid going down. But so one pro tip for me: go ahead, vault that window. So we're doing a chase. Go ahead, vault the window, then do another lap. This is what I do as a killer. I'll vault the window, and then I'll vault back. So you run in, and you just lost all that time, and I get a hit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's one of my best methods to cancel survivors abusing the window as a red rank killer.
And I guess like there's not really much, because I didn't really see any way to like see that.
No, so the best way to do it is the moment you're by this door, glance to see if you see the red stain by the window, and if you do, just run around the other side of the shack, and the killers will know. Because the nice thing about these cracked windows is you can see inside.
Right.
And you can see where the killer is. So sometimes you just gotta keep running. All right. Do you want to try?
Yeah, I guess we just try it for a second, right?
All right, going for window. Yeah, you make that. I'm gonna run around because I don't want to vault it. And this is obviously the optimal way for you. You're obviously gonna make that other window. What? Oh, you ran around. I hear you. Okay. All right, so now we try and. Yeah, you're going that way. So yeah. You're gonna make the window again though. So we're gonna vault it this time. And then we're gonna try and follow you and see if we catch up.
See, I thought you were
why
right
you
there. Because like your mind game's in my head, but I have no way to check, so it's like I have to like check from here.
I mean, yeah, you just gotta get in this point, and you'll see the red stain.
Okay. Because like I don't know.
Don't mind game yourself.
Yeah, I did. Because like I was like, how do I mind game against that mind games? Like, no, you don't.
And then obviously for the killer, if I can get you in the position where I'm like vaulting the window and I'm forcing you to run this side, then you're never gonna be able to fast vault this. You're only ever gonna be able to medium vault it if you're coming in from the outside, which is what the killer wants.
Yeah, from that side. Yeah, and I feel like that's like the big thing. That's kind of the trick.
So any other way, that's really the only best way to run Killer Shack. A lot of times you can mind game the killer by running the side you don't expect. Okay, here we go. Window. Window again.
Literally just doing like triple window. And at this point, just go for the pallet.
Basically, yeah, the blocks.
But like, let's try and go for a stun maybe.
No. Because by that point I might be bloodlusted, so dropping it early is your safer bet.
Here, where's that shit pallet? I just
or
want to
you could have just.
Does necessary to stop that?
This is a good one. So let's say if I'm a huntress, you can run me around this for like ever because of
like
how
just
slow
like around this bit right here.
Yep. You just keep doing that.
But like.
You know,
I feel like it doesn't look like I'm clipping it at all. Like I just feel like I lose some speed whenever I'm hugging.
You're doing good. You're doing good. You're hugging it pretty well. That's fine.
It's only when you don't want to be doing something like this right here, right?
Right. I mean, eventually, you got to make the right call when you drop it.
When I'm doing this, can you still kick it?
Yes, I can.
Oh, you can. I didn't think that would work. All right. What's the guy? So that's like.
And then once you drop the pallet, a killer can kind of mind game it, but because you have so much room on this is an S curve, by the way. It's just a big S once the pallet's dropped.
Right.
And obviously once you drop it,
like you can
and
still
I try to keep
play with it.
like I can try and play with it, but you get the vault. You know, I can try and bloodlust for speed, or the best move I can do is I go halfway, you vault, and then swing. But you were ready for that, so that's the only best method. You just dropped your items.
No, that was a total.
Okay. Let's see what else. So obviously this map's great because like if you don't use the pallet, like if you've got like two tile windows like real close to each other, then windows are your best friends.
Yeah, I definitely get the feel on that. I'm looking at this main building here. Like, what is this main building?
Honestly, I love the loops in Ormond more than anything else. With the loops, I mean, so
this feels like
like
this
with,
is just
like,
like a kill shack window. Right? It's like all this kind of is.
Kind of, yep. But I
like,
mean, there's not as much for me to cover around, and then you've got your palette and
yeah.
all
It's
that.
like I feel like I'm not just like.
This is a very weak palette.
Yeah, I was about to say like. I guess like like identifying like what's ultra weak, like the best you can hope for, pallets down, and then like a bit of time.
Yeah.
Like this right here, right?
So yeah, this one. So this side, this is the long side, and this side is harder to mind game. So maybe if I'm on this side, the shorter side, I definitely can mind game you with like my red stain, and force you to like vault and go into a hit. Where if you're on the long side and we just keep running it around, no.
Like what I'm wondering. Okay, here's a question I have. Why do I see like just generally people that are good at this game, like why are they like always doing like a circle right here? Is it just like a momentum type of thing?
So, because this is a game of like double backing saying red stains, you're waiting to see which direction I go, and because you're running at full speed, so stop, don't move. Now start running. You see how you have that slow build up at the beginning?
Yeah.
So if they continue to run, they avoid that little bit of lag, and then you just wait and see which direction I go and continue running. It's the little things, like that couple,
but
that little half second makes all the difference sometimes with running.
Interesting.
So that's probably why you see survivors doing that little.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming you do too.
Thing. Oh yeah, every now and then. It's not as big as that. I kind of just hold my sprint down and I go left, right, and see what happens, or I'll taunt, Those are pretty much a lot of the basic tiles. So this one's kind of cool. There's these two T&Ls that are next to each other are kind of fun because what I would do is I would vault the L, and as a killer I would go cut the inside. So once he does that, I'll go over here to this next L and then just go into this one. And then he goes outside, and then I go inside, and then we're just repeating.
Yeah, I know. So it seems like you could just yeah, I know. That's okay. That's why I want to play this because I just feel there's a bunch of stuff that you could be utilized here. Just be like,
some of these tiles are pretty nasty. So
all right.
I think that's a lot of the basic loops. Obviously your T&Ls for me are bread and butter, but these palette window ones are pretty nice.
No, I feel like that's the thing. Like I just want to run this box and T&L for a bit here. And honestly, put me down. Let's just do a full-on deal here. So it's
here. How about this? I'm gonna start over here. I'm gonna see with object, and then we're just gonna treat this like a regular chase. Okay.
Do it.
All right. So I see you with object. I'm coming for you because I hate object. Object's just the worst. Watch. Double backing too much.
Oh my god, dude, this has helped me immensely. Dude,
so that was an expert play. I had to moonwalk to avoid my red stain.
Oh, that was terrible. I don't know where he went. Oh. What?
You don't make that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, so one of the best killer tips at the TNL is to moonwalk to avoid the red stain giveaway, and then you go for the swing because they didn't vault the window. But that's like top tier. There's very rarely will I ever have to moonwalk a survivor because they usually don't play around that.
Okay. I could just immediately tell I was treating that whole thing way differently than I used to. That was.
Yeah, no, you have a lot of fun, mind gaming the killer.
That was loads better for me right there.
Being able to kind of tell what they're gonna do, and it depends on the killer. Like if they don't double back at all, you just keep running your loops optimally, and they'll never catch up.
Right.
But if they do have a double back, and you pick up on the double back, you just buy yourself more time because that creates the distance.
What I read 3, right? Now I started fucking up, but like.
Yeah. I mean, I like to double back a lot because honestly, most survivors don't ever.
Right. I mean, I do too.
And then when they do, I adjust my strategy.
Okay.
Why just do killer check naturally? Let's try killer check now, tree.
Oh, we killed it, but
Oh, you're right.
What I do want to know.
Alright, hang on, I gotta get my cat off this.
Here, we're gonna spend some terrible pallets here.
The mind gameable pallets.
Well, no. I wanna get this flashlights down for like killers that break pallets.
Oh. Okay.
Like it seems like a simple.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
I know. It's like.
Okay, I'm blind.
Okay.
Okay, that. Oh, that wasn't enough time. I'm like, wait, will I get that lunch?
It's like, wait a minute. Did you mess up?
Good call. Good call. A lot of people want to naturally just vault that window.
Throw it here.
That yes, but I was bloodless, so that might have counted as a hit, even though
That's
like
true.
you weren't there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Had you done the pallet animation, that could have been a hit.
Yeah, you're right.
The fact that you just run through it because you could have taken a hit, that I could have just whiffed right there.
That's true.
I was tier 1 and I was actually trying for it. So sometimes it's just better to run if you can take a hit. In all honesty.
Here, just stand still for a second. Like, just one of those things I just need to make sure I have my initial starting point for my flashlight is good. It's like aiming at your crotch.
That wasn't a finished blind. That wasn't a blind. Alright, we're good.
It's like let's say there's like a survivor like right here or something. So I just want to make sure that I move over here. I wish I had fucking Sloan in here just so I could practice some flashlight saves. It's like the last piece of like being like a better survivor that.
The flashlight saves. I mean, like I said though, once you do it once, the killer plays around it.
Yeah, that's true.
Wondering if there's just other tiles that didn't spawn that are not coming to mind. I mean, the
this
TNL were common.
feels like an organic version of this map. Like,
yeah, I mean, we didn't get any of the ones where the like window was here and the pallet was on the other side, but you get what I'm talking about, where you just run and go into your window.
And I guess like
but those ones are simple. Like once you hit the window, you want to go one way for the pallet.
Right. So ultimately, if I'm coming in through like this side over here, like walking through like this bit right here, like I kind of screwed up as a survivor.
Yeah. In a sense. We should try a
like,
game where
like
you're
this
killer
whole
and
like
survivor and
let
me try and run some, see if anything comes to mind.
Yeah.
Might as well just end this.
That's all I got. Cool, man.